Hi! Hello! It's me, Jared!
And me, Isaiah.
And we're on Staycation!
Week 2.
Yeah! Because Abraham had a big family. And everybody knows that when you have a family, you go on a staycation.
Yes.
Or just any vacation.
But especially a staycation.
Especially a staycation. So anyway, that's it. And we're gonna continue on with the rest of this week, which is a game.
What kind of game?
Oh, a balloon game. That's why I have it in my hand. It just appeared. And we're gonna have balloons in the game. And the reason why is because we're gonna have cups and we're gonna put a balloon in the cup and blow it up and stack them. And that probably makes no sense, but it will.
I think we should go to the game.
Okay,
Let's do it.
here comes the table. Oh, and the table ran into me. Bad table. All right, who's going first?
Okay, so what we have to do, blow up your balloon and grab the cup and stack the cup into the next cup. Oh, really close. Great try.
Yeah.
Yep, and we're gonna stack it, and then you're gonna stack another one,
And the others?
another one,
And then you win.
and that's it. But you gotta do it as fast as you can.
Yeah.
Jarrett, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Speed balloon.
Here we
cups.
go.
Am I going first?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Beautiful. Oh, it knocked over. Oh, we gotta get it. Oh no! Oh no! We'll just.
Oh.
Time.
Woo!
Great job. Great job. How do you feel?
Oh, exhausted.
Man.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
like a
they're
lot.
stacked, but I don't know. Well, yeah, it didn't go, it didn't go very well, but they're stacked.
That's true.
So I'll unstack them for you.
Thank
Don't
you.
worry. You just sit right there. I'll unstack them for you.
Okay.
And let you stack them up again. 3, and 2, and 1, go! I was having trouble blowing the balloon up. Oh, but the stacking's going nicely. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Well, you killed it.
Woo!
I think it's pretty clear I lost. I knocked the cups all around and it was bad. And it took way longer, so fine.
Which I think we all know what that means.
I lose.
So Jared's
I
gonna
have to face a consequence.
Exactly. But first, let's sing a song.
Okay, let's worship.
Well, amen. Do me a favor, would you stand up? We are glad you're here. Whether you're here in person or online, we get the great opportunity to worship God today, celebrate a God who fights our battles for us. Let's sing it out. When all I see is the battle, you see my victory. When all I see is a mountain, you see the mountain move. And as I walk through the shadow, your love surrounds me. There's nothing to fear now, for I am safe with you. So when I will fight on my knees with my hands lifted high. Oh God, the battle belongs to you, and every fear I would lay at your feet. I'll sing through the night. Oh God, the battle belongs to you. And almighty fortress, you go before us. Nothing can stand against the power of our God. You shine in You win every battle. Nothing can stand against the power of our God. Almighty fortress, you go before us. Nothing can stand against the power of our God. Shine in the shadows, you win every battle. Nothing can stand against the power of our God. An almighty fortress, you go before us. Nothing can stand against the power of our God. Shout in the shadow, you win every battle. Nothing can stand against the power of our God. So when I will fight on my knees with my hands lifted high. Oh God, that'll be lost to you. Every fear I will lay at your feet. I'll sing through the night. Oh God, that'll be lost to you. Oh God, that'll be lost to you. Amen.
Thanks so much for worshiping with us. You can go ahead and take a seat. Let's talk about the word compassion. It's a big word, and you've probably heard about it before, but let's talk about what it means to have compassion on someone. Compassion means to see the hard things someone is going through and then take action to help them. Our story today is all about compassion. God is a God of great compassion, and today we're going to see that in a story about Abraham.
Last week we learned about a man named Abram, and this week we're talking about a guy named Abraham. This is the same guy. In Genesis 17, God gave Abram a new name. He called him Abraham, which means father of many. This new name made sense because, if you remember from last week, God promised to bless Abraham with a great big family. Well, we know God is a promise keeper, but his promise to give Abraham a family actually took a while.
You see, Abraham and Sarah really wanted to have this great big family that God had promised them, but for years and years they couldn't have kids. This must have been really confusing to them and difficult for them. I mean, God had promised them a family. Was God wrong?
Well, after many years, God kept his promise. He was compassionate. There's that word. He was compassionate towards Abraham and Sarah and gave them a son who they named Isaac. Abraham and Sarah loved their son Isaac so much. And that is the end of our story. Just kidding. In fact, things are about to get pretty scary here for a bit.
A few years later, when Isaac was a bit older, God decided to test Abraham. God wanted to know that Abraham loved him more than anything else in the world, even more than his son Isaac. So God told Abraham to take his son Isaac to the top of a mountain. At the top of this mountain, God wanted Abraham to sacrifice Isaac as an offering to God.
Whoa. Wait a minute. God wanted Abraham to kill his only son Isaac? And as a sacrifice? What does that mean?
Well, before Jesus came and died on the cross to cover all sins forever, the way that people would ask God to forgive their sins was by sacrificing an animal. So basically, God was asking Abraham to give up his son Isaac as a sacrifice. Can you imagine how Abraham must have felt? He had waited years and years for a child, and now God was asking Abraham to give him up?
Abraham loved God more than anything, so he trusted God and decided to obey him. He loaded up his donkey and his son Isaac and headed to the mountain. Read what happens next in Genesis 22, verses 9 through 14.
Wow, can you believe this story is real? Abraham showed his great love for God by being willing to give up his son, but God, who is full of compassion, decided to take action and supplied another option for sacrifice, a ram. Now Abraham no longer had to sacrifice Isaac. He now could sacrifice the ram instead. God was incredibly compassionate to Abraham.
Here's the cool thing. God is also incredibly compassionate towards us. When God sees us in need, when God sees us hurting, he shows us compassion. He takes action and gives us help. Sometimes he shows us compassion in the way we want it. Maybe we're feeling really lonely at school, and God, in his compassion, provides us with an incredible friend.
We also have to remember that sometimes the compassion God shows us might not always be exactly what we want. Maybe you really want a certain toy for Christmas. You open up all your presents and you didn't get the one you wanted. You're feeling pretty down about it, but then your older brother invites you to play with him and his new toy. While you're playing with him, you start to forget about the toy you didn't get. That's God showing compassion towards you. It might not have been in the exact way you wanted, but it's still God providing help when you need it.
And let's not forget God's ultimate display of compassion towards us. We were sinners, separated from God. We had no hope and no help.
Yep.
Then God, in his compassion towards us, offered help by sending Jesus to die for our sins and fix our relationship with God. God always shows us compassion. But that's not the only thing we can learn from this story. Abraham's obedience to God and trust in God is something that we should all learn from.
Yeah.
God is deserving of our full obedience and trust, no matter what he asks of us. And this can be really hard. It's not always easy to obey the things that God has asked us to do or to trust him when he asks us to do something hard. But God will never ask us to do something that he doesn't have a plan for. Whether his plan is to grow us or change us or make us trust him more, we can trust that obeying God, no matter how hard it is always worth it.
Take some time as a class to talk about God's compassion towards Abraham and also discuss Abraham's obedience and trust in God. Then end your time in prayer.
Welcome back. I am so thrilled for this consequence. Jared, how are you feeling?
Mad.
Oh no.
Well, I'm about to get doused in all these things that normally humans shouldn't get doused in.
You guys want to know what those things are? Do you want to know what those things are?
Yeah.
So-
No.
First, some M&Ms.
I could do that.
Would you like one?
Now
Start?
can I eat them?
Some whipped cream.
Yep. Which, if you know anything about whipped cream, it
Chocolate
stinks
sauce.
very quickly.
Cherries. And to put it all together, our favorite, some vanilla ice cream.
Yeah.
So let's start with that. Okay, we're just gonna take a nice big scoop and just gently set it there. We're gonna add some whipped cream on top. Do you like chocolate?
Unfortunately, I do.
Some yummy, yummy chocolate sauce. Some M&Ms. And just a little cherry right there. And there we have it. An ice cream sundae on Jared's head. What do we think?
I don't like it. I'd rather a bowl.
Me too. Well, thanks for coming, everybody.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.